It's Marco and Cheats, Jock Center.
X1075.
Covering your balls like nobody else. Jock Center on X1075. You know, my 9-year-old plays Little League Baseball in Summerlin, and they've got like the slaughter rules. If another team scores more than 5 runs in an inning, the inning's over.
Yeah, mercy rule.
Yeah, that's kind of just part of the deal. But usually once you get up into the high school ranks, those go away, and you've just got to eat whatever's on the table.
Right.
And if you're getting hammered, you're getting hammered.
You know, sometimes in high school what they'll do is they'll just have the clock keep running.
Right.
But that's about as far as it goes after,
Well, little did we know, in the NCAA, there is a rule that they can shorten games if the games get out of hand.
Right. So both coaches have to agree and go, hey, look, you ain't beating me, or on the opposite end, you're killing us, quit killing us, let's shorten this game.
Yeah, this was a Clemson game, and Clemson and South Carolina State. It was a 59-0 rout on Saturday, and apparently there's some NCAA rule, and like you mentioned, Jeets, if both coaches agree, the clock can just continually run. They won't stop for out of bounds. There'll be no timeouts. The clock will just run.
Yeah, and what they did for this game is they shortened the quarters, too.
Yeah.
So normal regulation college quarter in football is 15 minutes. So upon the agreement, they switched it to 12-minute quarters in the second half because the score was good. And I'm like, me and you consider ourselves pretty big sports fans and on top of a lot of stuff. I had never heard of this.
Yeah, I've never heard of this, and I can't imagine that this happens often. And obviously, if Clemson's playing, another respectable program, that's never going to happen. It's not like you're going to be playing, Clemson and, Florida State. And It's like, hey, we're getting killed by 25 points. Let's just do the whole 12-minute rule.
Yeah, well, when I initially saw the story on a scroll, it was misreported. They said they'd even play the fourth quarter. And I'm like, how is that? What? You're not even playing all the quarters? What?
Like I said, Little League, you hear there's a million ways in Little League where they spare the kids the embarrassment. But college, and then a major program like Clemson, I'd never heard of this before.
No.
Very embarrassing.
Very crazy.
Last night, the Vikings opened up their new stadium in Minneapolis. Overall, it was a great night for them. They lost Adrian Peterson. That was bad. Mm-hmm. But they won the game, and their new quarterback, he's only been there 2 weeks. His name's Sam Bradford, and he played very well.
Yeah, surprisingly.
Yeah, very well. Best quarterback in the league right now, I think, to be quite honest with you.
There's sarcasm in that
No,
statement.
Listen.
He had a good game. You really think he's the best quarterback in the NFL right now?
I think right now he is. Yeah, I can't. Him and Carson Palmer are the two best quarterbacks in the league right now. Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, last night, Vikings, one of the Vikings players had to tell his own fans to be quiet.
It's loud for some reason in the stadium. There's a lot of times that we can't hear the center. We could barely hear the snap count today a couple times, a couple false starts because guys wouldn't know when the snap was going. So I'm not saying it's the fans' fault, but I'm just saying that, it'd be nice if they would just shut up. It was great, and they were, when the defense was up, it was phenomenal. But when the offense is up, shut up.
Yeah. So apparently it's too loud for the offense sometimes. The stadium they've constructed in a way that it's too noisy sometimes.
You can't tell your own fans to shut up for cheering.
Not good. Not a good look.
By the way, speaking of good looks, what do you think of that new Vikings stadium? Just the outside, how it looks?
Unfortunate would be my unfortunate. That was clearly the ugliest stadium anybody's ever seen.
Never the Clemson thing I never heard of. I saw that stadium. I've never seen anything like that. It's like, what the hell is this?
It just it's one of these. It doesn't fit in with the skyline of Minneapolis at all. There was no attempt to integrate the style. And what was up with the top? The top was like mesh. You could see through the top of it.
Yeah, it almost looks like they try to take abstract art and turn it into a stadium.
Not good. Not good.
Very weird.
Very weird. Finally, Georgia, they've got a competitive football program.
Yep.
They were playing on Saturday, and one of their Boosh Dag fans, decided to get very excited during a Georgia touchdown and apparently threw himself through a window. Here's how it sounded.
Touchdown.
There you go. He's right out the window. He had to go to the hospital.
He had to go to the hospital because he gets all excited and goes head first, dive through the window. There's a window there, and he smashes through it, cuts up his whole arm.
I mean, that really is, that's full force right there through the window. What an idiot.
I have never been that excited about anything.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. And when your teams win, it's very exciting. I've never said I'm taking myself through a window.
Right.
And out of excitement, it's weird. Maybe when you're mad, I just want to throw myself through a window.
Right. And head first.
Back to that Vikings game. Adrian Peterson will have an MRI today. If I had to guess, if I had to bet all the money in my bank account,
right,
I would say he's done for the year.
It
ACL.
did not look good.
It did not look good. He has a history of his ACL. It was in the other knee, but still, it did not look good. Although, last week and this week, I don't know. Yeah. I think maybe we've seen the best of him in the past.
Yeah, he just was grimacing a bunch, and he couldn't put any weight on that leg. It did not look good.
Maybe his knee saw that stadium and was like, forget it, we're out of here. I ain't playing in this ugly stadium. It's Marco and Jeets, X 107.5.